St. Thomas Aquinas defined that a Christian sacrament is a sign of a sacred thing insofar as it is sanctifying men. Each sacrament is a complex sign. The sacrament signifies Christ, his past acts, his present grace and salvation, and his future glorification of us. All of this sounds great, but yes, it's getting complex. Therefore, someone may ask, are the sacraments necessary? A Protestant Christian, for instance, could claim, well, all of this sacraments business is a bunch of Catholic hocus pocus. I've got the Bible, I've got faith, I'm doing great. Some Catholic Christians may claim, well, I don't want to impose Christianity upon my child through baptism. She can decide when she's older. Furthermore, why do I need to go to Mass every Sunday or receive Holy Communion on a regular basis? That's for pious fuddy-duddies. Aquinas responded to such questions by affirming how necessary it is for us to accept all of Christ's means of salvation. It would be against Christ to refuse one of his gifts. However, should we not utilize the sacrament through no fault of our own, salvation is still possible, but it's rendered more difficult. An image may help to explain this qualified necessity of the sacraments. It's an analogy of building a house with the right tools. Here goes. Earthly life for each one of us involves building a spiritual house. What kind of house will we build? When St. Paul described his ministry to the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians, he called himself a skilled master builder who had laid a foundation for the church in Corinth. But others too were involved in this building project. Paul wrote, "If anyone builds on the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, each man's work will become manifest, for the day will disclose it, because it will be revealed with fire, and the fire will test what sort of work each one has done." For the individual houses that each of us is building, how good will the house be? Will it be a small hut or a mansion? Will it survive the storm of trial? Will it be a fitting place for a member of Christ's royal family? Christ has provided the blueprint, which is the life of faith and morals of his Catholic Church, and Christ has provided tools for enacting that blueprint. If you remember all the types of human dwellings possible on this earth, you could build a shelter, a tent, without any tools. It's going to have a difficult time, though, standing up to bad weather. One could build a spiritual house of belief in God, but without the aids of divine revelation and the sacraments. One could be a noble tribesman in the Amazon who has never heard of Christ, the tribesman who works with his God-given reason and the natural law to believe in God and to act justly. The Church has said that such a person can be saved by the mercy of God. That tribesman's spiritual house, however, may be quite limited in size and grandeur, for figuratively, he has only his hands and other simple tools at his disposal. In contrast, someone else may have some tools of divine revelation. For instance, the Jewish man or woman who has the Old Testament and its covenants with the Lord God. These are better tools, just as a handsaw does a better job of cutting than one's own hands. Protestant Christians can do even better building their houses. They have the New Testament and the sacrament of baptism. These are like power tools, but only the Catholic Christian has the ultimate toolbox with all of the power tools that could ever possibly be made. The sacraments are part of that ultimate toolbox. So are the Church's teachings on faith and morals, the lived charity of the Catholic community, and the pastoral guidance of the Catholic clergy. With his toolbox, with the ultimate power tools, the Catholic is not lounging around on vacation. He still has work to do. He still needs to build his house. But he can build a better house with greater ease. Furthermore, Catholic tools always work. One of the problems with substandard toolboxes is that the tools sometimes are defective and can cause positive harm to one's construction project. For instance, baptism in a Protestant Christian community is true baptism, And that's great. But it's like a circular power saw that has a wobbly disc. It doesn't cut straight. In fact, its cuts are jagged and swervy. Entrance into a Protestant community through such baptism has the defect of instilling a mindset that is against the Pope and the Catholic bishops, and sometimes even against various moral teachings of Christ. All that being said, who would not want the ultimate toolbox? The 7 Catholic sacraments given to us by Christ are part of those ultimate power tools, part of the means for us to build a mansion fit for an adopted son or daughter of God. For readings, podcasts, and more videos like this, go to Aquinas101.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up for one of our free video courses on Aquinas. And don't forget to like and share with your friends, because it matters what you think.